Shake and Bake Show coming at you. 2018, 2019, brand new year.
I'm actually excited about the school year.
This is it.
Shake and Bake. We did this last year.
This is our show.
And
we have our own show now.
But the students don't know what Shake and Bake even is.
It's from the movie.
Do you even know what movie it's from?
It's the movie with the one guy.
Talladega Nights.
Yeah, that's what I said.
And actually, that's what it's from.
That's what I said.
But you didn't know
with
that?
With the guy.
And neither do our scholars.
The guy I met was Will Ferrell, so I knew that.
How about we just make something different?
That doesn't make sense to me.
Shake and Bake.
It's our stuff.
Are you shake
it's
or
like
are you
peanut
bake?
butter and bananas. It's really good stuff. And honey.
What?
Well, I mean, it depends. So, big news. Around the world, shocked at the thought that the Cleveland Browns, my beloved Cleveland Browns, ended their 17-game losing streak.
With a tie.
On Sunday,
a tie. How do you tie in football?
Streak.
How do you tie in football?
Well, you tie in football by having the exact same score at as the other team at the end of regulation, at the end of overtime.
But a tie?
We are on a winning streak.
That's a tie streak. A tie streak.
But it's not a losing streak,
it's a tie
so ergo,
streak.
it's like a winning streak. So we're very excited. The Vikings
won too.
That's not a real
thing. They
did. Kind of expected. Anyways, really good stuff happening. But hey, we're here today to talk to you a little bit about some of those policies, some of those expectations, just to review and remind. We're going to mix in lots of things in this show, but for this week, we just want to touch on a couple of the really most important things. One of which being the revision that we made to our dress code.
All right, so like most of you hopefully still remember from last week, we did talk about the new dress code and it has changed significantly. Hats and hoods are definitely allowed, but we need to be able to see your faces. It also is helpful if we can see kind of the size of faces. We also talked about that in your classrooms, your teachers might have different expectations, so make sure you know what those are. And as for clothing that have to cover areas, I said lots of words last week. I won't say them again today, but if you have forgotten,
it's
let
really
me know.
Uncomfortable when you say the words.
I will, not for me.
It's uncomfortable for me,
okay.
And I'm sitting right next to you.
But definitely come find me in the hall if you're not quite sure with what you have on. But I will actually say we haven't had a lot of dress code issues since we've kind of made some changes. So you're all welcome.
Yeah, that's right. Keep going.
Yeah, but yeah, so continue. Make sure you're thinking about what you're wearing and make sure you got certain regions covered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of it for right now,
Thanks.
I think.
Nothing makes us more uncomfortable than
that's just you.
Through that stuff.
Just you.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Anywho, hey, tardies and absences. We really want to just make sure that we are on time to every class, every day. Okay? Rule number 1, every class, every day on time.
But is on time after the bell rings and still in the hallway?
That's not even a great question. That's a horrible question. You know the answer to that is no. On time means you have both feet inside the door. Your teacher may even be more specific. They may say you must have your body in the chair on time when the bell rings to be marked present. If they have a very specific rule, I would learn that rule as fast as you can.
So being in the hallway after the bell rings would mean you're
tardy.
Oh, okay. Just want to
clarify.
Now,
that also could spread to absent, but tardy. So remember, we want to keep things as simple as possible for you.
Yep.
You get to class on time. That is the simplest formula for success, right? Marked present, you get perfect attendance. You're going to get good grades probably as a result of being in all your classes on time, learning all the things you need to learn. Keep it as simple as possible. But guess what? We've got a plan in place just in case you don't remember that because it's as simple as 1, 2, 3.
Surprise!
It's not a surprise. I already told you, but
oh, sorry.
Whatever.
Are we shaking and baking? Shaking and baking?
That's not. You're not using it. Don't. It's not in the head. It's.
Oh, okay.
That wasn't the right
I thought
time.
It was shaking and baking.
It is. It is, and it's not. I feel like I'm gonna make you a diagram.
Okay.
So, anyways, simple as 1, 2, 3. 1 is the expectation that you're in every class every day on time. We've already established that. 2, if you have missed 2 periods of class as unexcused absences, meaning there is not a legitimate reason for you to be out of that class. 2 periods of unexcused absence equals an Oriel hour. Yes. And 3, tardies, as Ms. Barlow had pointed out, that very interesting delineation between present and tardy, using the bell. Before the bell equals present, after the bell, tardy. You obviously get that. She didn't before. I'm glad we ironed that out. I'm glad you're not confused.
No, yeah.
Are you done? Good.
I'm good, thanks, yeah.
Wonderful. Still talking. Anyways, 3 equals an Oriel hour. So when we add all these things up in a few weeks, you're going to get a little card that either is a positive balance, which means you have Oriole bucks because you had good grades and good attendance,
Cool.
or you have Oriole hours, which means that in those 4 weeks we had some attendance blemishes that we have to address. There's lots of ways to deal with that. In a video in a couple weeks, we'll make sure that we go over some ways in which you can make up those Oriole hours if you get them. But here's the thing, keep it simple, just don't get them. Make it really simple for yourselves.
Really easy.
I know, it's a good rule of thumb.
Shaking and baking, kids. It's shaking and baking.
That's not how it's used. Anyways, we're gonna work on
Rome.
that. You're like stealing my
Rome?
own. You're like stealing all the bad lines and sticking them together like it's a TV show just for you. It's not. It's for me, really.
It's for you.
It is. It's all about me. World.
Actually.
Right around me. Anyways, use Student View. You can use Student View. You can check out your tardies and absences under the Attendance tab in Student View. Keep checking that, making sure that your teachers are marking your attendance correctly, making sure you check in with teachers in the event that they mismark your attendance, which accidents can happen, and so we want to make sure that your attendance looks good for when I run the attendance reports in a couple weeks. Schedule changes. We are still, I think, having to deal with the last little bits of schedule changes. Some folks have been coming to us talking about schedule changes. Right, that's pretty much what I do too. Schedule changes always take place in the main office. Mr. King and Ms. Voorhees, they run all the schedule changes. Counselors work in sync with those folks. We do not change the schedules, and we don't change schedules for kind of like the, hey, I don't have friends in this class kind of reasons.
Or, hey, I'm not a big fan of Mr. Kuendig and I want somebody else. It's also not a reason.
Well, that's not a reason for anything because no one's ever said that. Anyways, so if you have a schedule change request, you want to make sure you talk to the right people. I'm not listening to you. So you will want to talk to those folks in the main office, check with your counselors to make sure that the reason you have is legit.
Wait, so you can't change your teacher because you want someone else?
I feel like we just talked about that.
Oh, I thought, okay. So you can't do that. Or because you don't have friends in the class. Or you want a different lunch. You can't do changes for any of those things.
I feel like I'm experiencing deja vu.
Shaking and
Which
baking.
means we had something happen and then it happened again.
Shaking and baking?
Do you remember that scene from The Matrix where the cat walks by?
What?
It's like that. Right over her head. Anyways, also want to talk about Chromebooks. We have not had our techs in the building Monday or Tuesday of this week because they are helping Park Center deploy Chromebooks. So we haven't been able to deploy any of those last Chromebooks. I think we have less than 200 left that we need to deploy. So please just know that on Wednesday we'll have some people back in the building that will help us with deployment. If you have any concerns with the Chromebook that you currently possess, then you may get a pass to go to the Media Center and work with those techs to try to get those problems solved. But that's if you already have a Chromebook. We are not deploying any. We did not deploy any on Monday. We are not deploying any today, which is Tuesday. That is it.
Okay.
We got homecoming coming up.
We do. Whoop, whoop.
It is going to be awesome.
Homecoming. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Love it.
Shake and bake is appropriate. That is not it.
That's not how it goes? Okay. Maybe we'll figure it out by the end of this year.
It's not really that hard.
Shaking and baking. Try it again.
No.
Okay.
Your hand, the placement's all wrong.
Oh,
so
okay. Homecoming is next week. So make sure all of you look on the walls because in the next week there'll be posters up that show all the different themes. Monday through Thursday there'll be different themes. So come dressed based on that theme as long as you follow dress code policy though.
That's a big one.
Yeah. And then on Friday we have the Pep Fest. We'll be on an assembly schedule. The freshmen will have a retreat. And we've got a game at 7. And remember, if you want to bring a guest to the game, you need to bring a
guest form.
Whoop, whoop.
Yes.
Because we'll be at the front gate saying, hello, everyone. Welcome to the game. And if you don't have a guest form?
I believe the answer is no.
It is. Yeah.
No, I know it's no.
Yeah. I'm pretty confident the answer is no.
Yeah, I'm like 140% confident.
Maybe we should wear signs that just say no.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
I actually think that'd be kind of cute. We could get it decorated and have it like an Osseo. Okay.
Yeah, I ended that thought 13 seconds ago.
Okay, sorry.
So anyways.
Also on Saturday, we have the dance. Tickets are going to be sold next week during the lunches. And the dance is on Saturday from 7 till 10. Also, if you want to bring a guest, guess what?
Need a guest form.
Surprise, surprise.
Can you believe that?
Yeah. And you can get guest forms from our office. And you can also get them from the activities office, and they should all be turned into the activities office.
But you know what you can't get for homecoming if you have Oriole hours?
Oh, you can't even get a ticket?
Tickets to the dance.
Yikes.
You cannot go to the dance if you still have Oriole hours from last year. So 9th graders, obviously, that does not apply to you. but it will apply to you next year if you don't clean up those oral hours by the end of this year. 10th graders, there are probably a few of you, couple handfuls, I'm not exactly sure, couple handfuls. Are you milking a cow?
No, I'm actually thinking of how many.
I feel like you're milking a cow.
More.
So if you have oral hours or if you are milking a cow, please, you are not able to go yet to the dance until
milking a cow.
That's all
Where
done.
do you even
I don't know what you were
with
doing. I'm not sure what those
handfuls. It's
like a farm reference. It felt like a farm reference.
But the fact that you would know what that is, like, I didn't grow up on a farm, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
I grew up in Cleveland.
On a farm in the country.
No, in the city. No cows. Milk in the store.
But you just talked about milking. I mean,
these folks know what that looks like. I just don't know what you were doing.
I have no idea what you're talking about. You use the word handfuls.
So we are going to iron out the formatting issues that she seems to be having for the next show.
Handfuls.
I promise. Shake and bake, all that stuff will be worked out. It's going to be a much better quality show.
Not.
I will actually probably find a replacement.
I'm okay with that.
I'm actively seeking a replacement.
Any of you interested?
Don't worry. It'll be better. No, you're fine.
What?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Such a good day.
I think that's all we got.
I think so.
I think we have bored them to tears.
Probably. But thank you for listening.
Anytime. Next time we're going to see you is next Tuesday. Another Shake and Bake episode. Week of Homecoming edition.
Yep.
So please make sure that you get into the spirit of homecoming. It's a great way for us as a community to gel. And until then, please, if you're in the halls, have a pass or be in class. Wear the appropriate attire.
Yeah. Be on time.
And we'll see you next time.
Absolutely. Bye, everybody. Shaking and baking.
Absolutely.